People often say to me, Craig, put your pants on. And I do, but they often say to me as well, or they have said recently, Craig, did you take your show to Scotland, land of your birth? The other greatest country on earth? Did you take the show there and record a week of shows? Yes, I did. Yes, I did do that. And they're gonna be on in May, aren't they? And what we did was, to give you an idea of what it's going to look like, we made a little kind of promotional video. I know, us, the Crap Show. We made a promotional video. I know what you're thinking. This is going to be rubbish. Is it? Take a look.
Far from a willow, can't do much more, do much less today. Colored fountains ripple, even spill into the rainbow's part. I'm an Imagineer, I see as I see. And it's cold enough today. Yeah, it's colder than I've ever known, never known any other way.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Applebee's. Come try Applebee's new 2 for $20. Now jazzed up with the flavors of Bourbon Street. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Thank you. All right, thank you. That's great. Great. Quietly. Thanks, everybody. Okay. Starting to sound just a little bit phony after a while. I am also excited, ladies and gentlemen, because my tie, whilst normally thin, is fat this evening. That's right. I'm so excited, my tie got chubby. How can you tell if Craig's excited? Well, that thing goes... That's how you know I'm sexually aroused. My tie widens. In preparation for fanning. It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, indeed it is. It's a big day if you're a fan of the football. The first round of the NFL draft was earlier tonight because we're live, of course. The hell did you tell them? It was earlier tonight, the NFL draft at Radio City Music Hall. Now, as blind luck would have it, I am performing at Radio City Music Hall on October the 6th. Now, but the NFL draft and my comedy show, very different, of course. One's a grand spectacle involving dozens of the nation's most athletic young men, and the other one's the NFL draft. So right there... Now, normally I don't talk that much about the NFL on this show, but tonight I'm making an exception because this season's Super Bowl is on CBS, and B, I didn't do A, I know, but I'm doing B. No, I'm talking about football because this year's Super Bowl is on CBS, and also I'm a corporate whore. But let's be honest. The NFL draft is nothing if not exciting. What happens is the league basically plucks young people from obscurity, then pits them in a brutal competition to fight to the death. That's the Hunger Games, but it's the same thing. You know, for those of you who don't know, the 32 NFL teams draft in reverse order of how they finished in the standings last year, which means every year the NFL draft allows the best young player coming out of college to realise his lifelong dream of playing for the crappiest team in football from the year before. It's like, imagine if you will, standing in line for The Price is Right to only get tickets for this show instead. Put it in language you bastards can understand. My only question is this, so why is it socialism when the government tries to even things out, but when the NFL does it, people are like, are you ready for some football? It's as American as bacon-covered bacon with bacon bits on top. One of the guys picked earlier tonight in the draft, because we're live, was a quarterback. Shut up! Was a quarterback from Stanford called Andrew Luck. And sure, he has a great arm and all that kind of thing, but I think teams want him because of his name, because you want to have luck on your side. Don't applaud, it sounds like pity. And next year, you'll see players changing their names to get picked earlier. You'll have nose tackles called Steve Knock 'em on their ass and wide receivers called Dave Sticky Hands. Actually, I know a guy called Dave Sticky Hands. He's more of a tight end. I wonder if he knows anything about football. See what I did there? You see what I did? You see what I did? I turned her around.
Oh, Luck. That was a good one.
Well, luck on your side. Yeah, for a show full of lame crap, that was pretty lame, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was...
Yeah, that was pretty lame. Anyway, the NFL draft lasts 3 days. That's more than 50 hours of coverage. That's a lot of time to fill. I hope they don't end up doing what I do to fill time, throw out a few penis jokes with a robot skeleton, read some emails. That's trust me, NFL, that's a lot of time to fill. You'll end up doing, who's going to have luck on their side?
Bulls.
Why did you... Oh, because of football.
Now you're getting it.
Generally, the higher a player is taken in the draft, the more money he ends up making. For example, O.J. Simpson was picked first in the draft. He went on to make a killing. But the NFL draft... Yeah, he's a moron. I said it. Take that, topical shows.
The hell?
Are you ready for some justice? Can I do the thing? Do the thing.
All right.
You're watching The Late Late Show with Craig Hot Receiver Ferguson. Ooh, is that an illegal formation in your pants?
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show where tonight we're celebrating, what, with the NFL draft and the fact we went to Scotland. You had a good time in Scotland.
Oh, that was awesome, man.
Yeah, you had a lovely time. Jeff wore a kilt when we were in Scotland, didn't you, Jeff?
And not much else.
Well, you don't wear much else when you wear a kilt. You just wear a kilt and then underneath it?
Yep.
And what I mean by that is tumbleweeds. That's what you wear under your kilt. Right, Jeff?
Yep, the old penis is still in customs.
Yeah. Is that code?
No, it's not.
What time is it, Jeffrey Peterson?
It's the Tweet Mail Lightning Round, that part of the show where we read your tweets and emails really fast in an effort to cut corners and actually answer your question, which is probably pretty lame to begin with. Ta-da, balls.
Well, you want me to do it fast tonight?
Yeah, if you'd like.
What about reading the tweets and the emails? All right, you want to do our own jingle or play one?
Let's do our own jingle.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Tweets and emails.
Tweets and emails. I said tweets and emails. I got some tweets and emails.
We should have played one in, shouldn't we?
Yeah, probably.
All right, never mind. All right, this is from John in Philadelphia. You ever been to Philadelphia? Got a little place there?
Love it, yeah.
Hi, Craig and Jeff. I work as a trainer at a gym where a lot of attractive women are, but I don't know how to approach them when they're working out. What should I say? That's tricky. You don't want to appear creepy, but you want to talk to them. You go over and say, I'm a trainer. I could help you out with your quads. Or I can show you an exercise. That wouldn't be creepy, would it? Women would like that if you go into, I can show you an exercise. Right,
They
Jeff?
love that. They eat that stuff up.
They love that stuff. All right, this is from Jake in Austin, Texas. Ever been to Austin,
Sure,
Texas?
why
Got a little
not?
place
Yeah,
there?
love it. Great place.
Hi, Craig and Jeff. Do you ever feel like technology has shortened your attention span? Oh. All right. This is from Kim in Boston, Massachusetts. You ever been to Boston, Massachusetts? God bless.
No.
Hi, Craig and Jeff. I think my mother-in-law hates me. How can I show her I hate her too without upsetting my husband? Well, women are pretty good at that. I think if a woman wants to tell another woman she hates her, she says something like, I love your shoes. They look great. You think I don't speak girl? I speak girl. I know what you were up to. I love that jacket on you. On you. This is from Amelia. This is from Amelia in Granville, Ohio. You ever been to Granville, Ohio? Got a little place there like
Great
yeah.
place. Why not?
Dear Craig and GP. They just put your initials in. Is that okay with you?
That's what I'm going by now.
A GP?
Just GP, yeah.
Well, why come I call you Jeff and everyone else calls you GP?
That's because you're special.
You know, I love that jacket on you.
I was going to say that tie just looks fantastic around your neck.
This is from Ben in Memphis, Tennessee. You ever been down to Memphis?
I
Got a
did.
little place there? You enjoy work of Elvis?
Careful.
Oh, thank you very much. All right. Dear Craig and Jeff, my soon-to-be wife and I are planning our honeymoon. Where do you recommend we go? Bed. Or the closet, whatever turns you on, I don't care. This is from Clark in Seattle, Washington. I know you can tell from this picture here, it's in black and white, but Clark's a tit. I didn't know we had another camera. How long's that been now? You should use that camera on him.
You look like a caged animal.
Right? Do it again. I can show you an exercise. The thing to remember about me is I'm non-threatening. Dear Craig and Jeff, why do people hate rain so much? Well, people don't hate it so much, do you? I don't hate rain. I love rain. Do you like rain?
Not a big fan.
Oh, because you're electrically powered? Yeah. Finally, this is from Fred in Hanover. And said, Dear Craig and Jeff, what do you give a girl to let her know that you're into her? You know, I have to say, a lot of time, these questions just answer themselves. Yeah. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. Had to figure out a way to wake up the audience after the NFL monologue. My first guest tonight is in a film called Jesus Henry Christ, which is in theaters now. Take a look at this. Please welcome the lovely Toni Collette, everybody. Toni Collette. You look very nice indeed. I like your jacket.
Thank you very much. I like your fat tie.
Oh, thank you very much. It was thin until you came out.
You flatter me so.
Hey, listen, I'll talk to you about the film in a minute, but everyone in Australia is mad at me. You know this.
I did hear about it, yeah.
Yeah, because Guy Pearce was here and we were joking about how Canberra is not the most exciting city in the world. In fact, I think I might have said it's a dump, but...
Have you been?
No, I've never been there. That was the joke. That was the joke. I'm sorry.
I don't often frequent
Canberra?
a particular city.
Well, you're from Sydney, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the capital of Australia.
Culturally.
Oh, so Canberra is the capital?
It's actually the capital, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I see.
This is probably where the problem began.
Yes. I'm sorry, though. When you go back to Australia, which I assume you do because you live there, could you apologise to everyone?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll hand out leaflets.
Yeah, I meant no offence at all. I love Australia. I'm a big fan of your animals that keep other animals in their pockets, all that stuff. I just, you know... I adore Australia. I don't want you to think that in any way.
I know that you don't feel...
I don't. I love Australia. I'd hate to not be invited back, which I haven't been.
Hey, you want to come visit me for Christmas?
I don't know.
Oh.
Because I think everyone still hates me.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But they're very easygoing, Australians. They'll forget it.
Yes, until you say bad things about Canberra, then they lose their minds.
Oops, I don't know what to say.
Yeah. So, what's this? And the film's very difficult to say the title of it on broadcast television because you can't say it in a certain way. You have to be very...
Don't say it with feeling.
Right. You have to say, you know, Jesus Henry Christ.
Jesus Henry Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it? Is that the kid's name in the movie?
His name is Henry, and people say...
Yes, they do sometimes, yes. Not on CBS, though.
No, they do say Jesus H. Christ, and so, yes, his name is kind of inserted.
Right.
Yep.
And it's about what he goes nuts and badmouths Canberra, and that's what happens?
It's about a 10-year-old boy who was brought up by his feminist mum,
Right.
who never had a relationship with a guy. She basically went to a sperm bank and bought some little fish and created this human. And so he gets to the age of 10 and decides that he wants to find his biological father, played by Michael Sheen.
Ah.
Brilliantly played by Michael Sheen.
Most things are brilliantly played by Michael
he's
Sheen.
a very clever
Yeah, he's a very, very good actor. He's Welsh, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, don't ever say anything bad about the Welsh. They won't write bad things
like
about.
Canberra.
They'll come to your house. What's that coming? I go. The Welsh. Yeah, they'll say, "What did you say about Wales?" And they'll come round and they'll, "Ay caramba, ay caramba."
That very well.
I've met Welshmen in bars in my life. All you say is Wales is great, and they go, "That's right."
Well, what about the Scots? The Scots are quite hefty.
Well, the Scots too. Yeah, we went to Scotland. You ever been to Scotland?
I have been to Scotland, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a nice time?
I had a fantastic time. I went
you
when
go?
I was, how old was I? I caught the train from London right up to Aberdeen. I went to a
that's nice, yeah.
youth theatre festival when I was about 16.
Oh, I bet you had a lovely time.
I had a lovely time.
Yes, I'll bet you did. Yeah.
It was a bit of a sordid laugh.
Well, I didn't want to ask you about it because it was probably you were doing some things, so I went, no.
Yeah, just a little bit of haggis here, a little bit of bagpiping there.
Yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Come on now.
All right. So you moved back to Australia then?
I never left.
No, I know, but you were here for a long time when you were doing United States of Tara, right?
I would come for 3 to 4 months. It wasn't like
Oh, right.
yeah, it was cable, so it was succinct, and I could still exist in Australia.
Yeah.
Sydney, not Canberra.
Do you get freaked out? Yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
Sorry. I won't bring it up
It's
again.
still too painful for me.
Oh.
The idea that having Australians upset at me is just awful.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a
Anyone
lovely
upset?
time in Australia. I went there when I was young.
Oh, dear.
I went to Sydney and Melbourne and Adelaide.
Oh, Adelaide.
Adelaide? You ever been to Adelaide?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
kooky.
Don't say that!
I can say it, I'm Australian.
Yeah,
I
no, but-
always have a good time in Adelaide.
Well,
but
me
it is
too.
it has the most churches of all the cities in Australia.
Yeah.
And also the most serial killers.
Yes.
That's what it's known for.
It's known for that. They
And
do-
my parents had their honeymoon there. Choices.
Yeah. I actually went to the only ever strip club I've ever been in my life.
I danced on my first bar in Adelaide.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Was it in the Crazy Horse Striptease Saloon?
No, I don't know that particular one.
All right. What bar was it?
I don't remember.
All right. There's a bar I used to go to in Melbourne that was really good called the Prince Pat. You ever been in that bar?
There are so many. No.
Oh, there's a lot of bars. And,
Yeah. Oh, we have kids. Doesn't happen
no, I
anymore.
can't. I don't live like that anymore anyway.
This is my bedtime now. I don't know what you're doing up.
Well, I know it's 12:37 in your
So
region,
late.
so right there. What age are your kids?
I have a 4-year-old daughter,
Oh, yeah.
and my son is 1 just now, this week. Yeah. I think all women should be applauded for having children, man. It's full on.
Yeah. No, it's a very intense thing. I was there when both my kids were born. I was like, what the? This is not what I expected at all. I'm like, I understand there's the baby, but what's all the others? What's all the other stuff? What's all this?
What other stuff?
There's like, it's just, there's a lot going on, is what I'm saying. I thought it was like a movie where the baby came out with a little towel around it and its hair curled, kind of going, Daddy, like that, and it was like, it's like, "Bah!"
It was a bit like that.
It's like, whoa.
It's the most intense thing ever.
Yes.
I mean, it happens every day, and I just can't believe it happens every day, all the time.
Yeah, I
we
know.
all got born. It's like mind-blowing, you know? Anyway. It's just a miracle. It's
It
an
is.
everyday miracle.
It's the miracle of life. It's the circle of life, in fact, the wheel of fortune, the
price is somewhat right.
The Price is Right, yeah. Yeah, all of that, yeah. We have to take a break, so how do you feel about that?
Fine, by me. How do you guys feel about that?
It's like I got 2 kids as well. 11 and 1.5. Hi, welcome back. 11 and 1.5. So, 2 boys.
Oh, good for you.
Yes, yeah, it's nice. You have boys?
I have a girl and a boy. I have one of each.
Yeah, that's. I don't know about raising girls. It'd be tricky for me, I think. I'd have to, like, when boys would come to, I'd have to shoot them. Which is illegal.
I'm not getting ahead of myself. Right now,
Right.
it's so much fun. I'm just completely in love with them.
Yeah, no,
But
I-
eventually, yeah, there'll be lots of changes.
Yeah.
Such is life.
You know. Well, we're out of time. Not really, but it takes a while to wind this thing up. So I say we're out of time because then, you know, we can get going with. I mean, it's like, you know that thing, the routine you put your kids through before bedtime? You say it's, you know, you start the ritual. First the story, then the bath time and all. Well, that's what I'm doing to you now.
Okay.
I'm
Are you
going...
going to tuck me in?
Yes, I am.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll tuck you in. Yeah.
With that fat tie, I'm really scared.
I can show you an exercise. All right, so how do you want to finish this up? Awkward pause, mouth organ, or a big cash prize?
Awkward pause. Oh, big cash prize.
Yeah, of course.
What time is it, show, Steven?
For the big cash prize.
Big cash prize. 50 American dollars in quarters in a bag with a dollar sign on it. So
Perfect for parking.
that's parking, exactly so. I don't know if they'll work in Australian parking meters, but they will certainly work.
I'm here for a little spell. I
Right.
just like the bag, actually. Does the bag come with?
Sure, you can keep the bag. Yeah, the bag comes with. Yeah, you put the bag in the cup holder, and then you drive around town like you're a millionaire. All right, 2 ways to win. You can either answer a question, or you can guess what's in my box. Here's how that works. I imagine a box in my head. I don't know what's in it. Only Jeff knows what's in it. You imagine what's in it. If you get it right, great. If you get it wrong, something awful happens to you.
Do I get hints from Jeff?
No, no hints.
I was about to say.
No.
Jeff. Oh, Jeff.
What you probably mean is crikey.
Crikey. Moses.
Crikey. No, I don't think you say Moses.
You can't even say Moses.
No, I say crikey, non-specific
You can't say
profit
anything
from...
on TV in this
no,
country,
people
can
get
you?
upset.
Okay.
Yeah. You can say crikey, but then they beep it out. I never
sounds
heard
like
that
Santa
before.
is out
Yeah,
there.
what?
Oh.
He's trying.
So what's
You know
in
what it is?
the
It's
box
that
in your
horrible trying to help you laugh. Yeah, exactly.
I think it's.
What you?
Yeah, I know who's in there.
Oh, you do
it's
the box?
a person.
No, but it's a whole ritual.
Oh, what do I have to do?
Well, first of all, I imagine the box in my head.
Okay.
All right.
You got it?
Jeff, I'm imagining a box in my head. Do you have it?
Yeah.
Jeff, do you have a grasp of my box?
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah.
All right. What is in the box, Tony?
It's a framed portrait of the Prime Minister of Australia,
Who would be?
Julia Gillard. Female, currently. I think she may be on the way out, actually.
I think we all learned something this evening, didn't we? I learned who the Prime Minister of Australia was and never do a NFL monologue either. All right.
You don't like
Jeff,
football?
what?
Football, you don't
Oh,
like
I do like football, actually. Do you ever watch the football?
No, but I watched Friday Night Lights. I loved that show.
Yeah, that's kind of like football. All right, you ready? Jeff, is she correct? Is it a framed picture of the Prime Minister of Australia?
It is, in fact, a framed picture
Of the Prime Minister, 50 American dollars in quarters. Toni Collette, we'll be right back, everybody. Welcome back. My next guest is an astronaut. An astronaut. Lingonberry. An astronaut. From NASA. Well, that's, you know, most astronauts that I've met or worked with NASA. Very few work at Walmart. I'm an astronaut. Can I help you? Anyway, you can catch him in the season finale of The Big Bang Theory, airing May the 10th, right here on CBS. Please welcome Mike Massimino, everybody. Mike Massimino. I got it right, Mike. Right? You're still with NASA, right? You haven't
I still
branched out
am.
on your own.
No.
Maybe you might want to think about that. Like, start up your own small business. Astronaut.
Are you trying to tell me something I don't know about?
No.
Did my boss call you?
No.
with suggestions?
NASA's very happy with your work.
okay.
I'm just saying that, you might want to branch out and you want to be a self-employed astronaut, small business.
There are some guys who are doing that, but they're mainly really rich guys. Like
Well, I
Richard
guess that's
Branson
true.
and
Richard
those
Branson,
guys.
yeah.
It costs a lot of money to get your own spaceship together, but they are trying it. They have these commercial companies that
Well,
are
I
doing
think that I agree with Buzz Aldrin, who says that the private sector is how that it's going to get further into expand space travel.
I hope so. I think
Because
that's the natural progression of things.
Yeah.
Just like air travel.
Air traffic,
so I hope we get to that point.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm ready to branch out on my own yet, though.
I don't know if I'd be ready as well. Like, you want to take a Southwest flight to Mars? I'm like,
there's a lot. It's a lot of paperwork.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And
You got to
also-
hire people, and then you got to, you figure all that stuff out.
Also, a no-frills airline to another planet, the fold-down table. It's 10 years to Mars.
It'll take not that long, but it's 6
feel
months
like
or
10
so.
years,
It could if you don't give them the right, and then people complain about it. I'm
Peanuts fly around.
Yeah.
How things? You haven't been up there in a while, have you?
No, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah. Do you ever take a ride on an airplane just to kind of get a little kind of methadone?
I just pretend.
Yeah.
I just close my eyes and pretend I'm still in space.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you could go to the fun fair and get, Disneyland or something.
Right. Yeah.
Zero gravity thing. Or that ride, these, the vomit comet thing.
We can do that in airplanes. So we still fly in airplanes.
Right.
You can still go on amusement park rides. Although I stay away from the ones that have to do with space. Like the ones in Disneyland, they have some kind of Disney World ride.
Space Mountain.
Not Space Mountain, that's right. But there's another one where you have to this mission to Mars or something.
Right.
And you've got to hit buttons. And I was on there with my son, and I was screwing around with him. And you're supposed to follow instructions.
Yeah.
And I wasn't paying attention. And then we crashed or something, and it said you would not make a good astronaut.
Oh man.
So I was like, I'm never doing that again.
Don't ever do that again.
So the roller coasters are okay because there's no test involved.
Right.
But it's embarrassing to go into anything where it involves some kind of astronaut test. I stay away from those.
The only thing you have to do is Space Mountain at Disneyland. You have to.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, a little bit before you go on. And
No,
then,
I don't think that. Don't do that at home, kids. That's not good. That's not. You don't want to do it. Well.
No, I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying people do it.
All right.
I have heard.
Okay, I wouldn't know anything about it. I know nothing about it.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So what's going on with NASA right now then? What are you guys doing?
Well, we are still flying people in space.
Greatest organization ever. I love
There
NASA.
you go.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the love you give us. We
I
know
love
you
NASA.
love us.
Great swag, lovely hats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Coffee mugs.
Coffee mugs, and
Patches.
little patches and stuff.
Pins.
Oh, yeah.
All
And
that
also,
stuff.
going to outer space is
That's a good
also
thing,
pretty
too.
cool.
That's a good thing,
Yeah.
too. We have two of my friends are in space now, Don Pettit and Dan Burbank, two Americans. Along with
That's good names for astronauts as well.
Dan Burbank and Don Pettit.
Dan Burbank.
Yeah. He kind of, he's got a mustache and he flew helicopters for the Coast Guard.
Have you noticed that all helicopter pilots are crazy?
You would have to be crazy to fly a helicopter.
You think so, right?
Yeah, it looks like.
I think it's a vibration.
I don't like it. I don't trust those things. Whenever you meet a helicopter pilot, you ask him two questions.
Yeah.
The first is how many hours do you have?
Right.
And the second is how many crashes do you have?
And then do the math.
Yeah, and to see how well they did.
Yeah.
Because those things are like something Da Vinci came up with. And I don't see how, how does that thing fly? It's a mystery.
I've heard people say that they don't actually fly. The pilots have said they're just rejected by the ground because they're so weird looking.
That makes sense. I like
the
that.
ground just goes, ah!
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask Dan about that.
Yeah. No, but helicopter pilots, they love helicopters. I'm scared of it.
I don't. You've got to. I don't trust them. I'd rather be in an airplane.
Space shuttle? Yeah.
I'd rather be in a rocket full of rocket fuel.
That's not dangerous at all.
No.
Space shuttle's done as well now.
The space shuttle's done. So that's completed, and now they're turning them over to museums. Just last week, they started delivering them.
Can I have one?
You can. You're going to get one.
I'd put one out the back there. It'd look awesome.
You don't have enough room. But you're going to get one here in California, though.
Oh,
you're going
really?
to get one in Los Angeles. Yeah, the California Science Center.
Oh, I go there.
Is going to get Space Shuttle Endeavour. I think that's planned for the early fall.
Nice.
And Discovery has just been delivered to the Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C.
Nice.
And the Enterprise, which was a drop test space shuttle, it never flew in space. It was used for landing tests. That's going to New York City.
Is that the one that was on the back of the 747?
They all got transported that way. But when they did the drop test, they brought it up with a 747, and then they let go, and the thing came down down and landed before they flew the space shuttle in space.
Yeah, but it didn't. I mean, someone flew it down.
Oh, yeah. No,
See, I want to meet the guy.
You know who the guy is?
Who's that?
It's an interesting guy. It's Fred Hayes. If you remember the Apollo 13 movie.
Yeah.
He was in the Apollo. He was the guy who was one of the Apollo 13 astronauts.
Right.
He stayed with NASA after the Apollo program and was one of the test pilot guys.
See, if I was on Apollo 13, if I got back to Earth, I'd be like, I think I'm getting into gardening.
Well, he probably needed a few more years for retirement, you know, and so he didn't go back to space. He flew the thing down from the 747.
You know, I went to the Legends of Aviation dinner last year. You ever go to that?
No, I'm not a legend of aviation.
No, I sit there now.
You have to be a legend.
But Jim Lovell was there, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Right, so Jim Lovell was being introduced. Jim Lovell was the captain of Apollo 13, right?
Yeah,
right.
commander,
Commander,
yeah.
right. So he was being introduced by Sully Sullenberger. And
Cool guy. Yeah,
right. So Sullenberger gets up and he says, Jim Lovell taught me everything I need to know about aviation. He said, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how terrifying or scary or how close death may look, always sound cool on the radio.
Yeah, that's what he did. And he's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
Amazing guy.
Yeah.
Amazing guy.
I got a chance to meet him a couple of years ago, Sully, and I had a question for him. And I asked, is it true that you landed in Hudson River, Sully, because you didn't want to land in New Jersey? I goes, why? He goes, and he kind of laughed, but I think that might have been why.
Yeah. You know, I think any conceivable joke about that miracle in the Hudson thing, he's heard it a couple of times. He's like, don't even tell me I heard it. So what are NASA doing now then? What are you guys doing?
Well, we still have the guys in space.
Next big one, though.
And the next big thing, there's really two things going on. One is that we're helping some of these commercial companies develop ways to launch cargo and people into space to go to the International Space Station, which is in low Earth orbit. You know, we're only 250 miles up around the orbit where the space shuttle flew, near where I flew when I went to the Hubble Space Telescope. It's a couple hundred miles up. So we want to go beyond that. So we're hoping that these commercial companies, like you mentioned, will be able to take us to the International Space Station. And then we're hoping to go beyond low Earth orbit, which means places like the moon or to Mars or to an asteroid. So for that, we need a big rocket, which we're developing.
You don't want to go to an asteroid.
It wouldn't be my first choice.
An asteroid? There's nothing there.
It's like it's a big rock.
Yeah, it's like Reno without casinos. It's just nothing.
I tend to agree with you. But it's a possible place that we could go. My preference would be the moon.
Yeah.
I think that's why the moon is there.
Right, you're meant to go there.
Yeah, God put the moon there. Here's a playground. Go play it.
Right. Go
find it. Put it close. Not too far away.
And this would be a great place for a bar.
Maybe so.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would.
Yeah. But no atmosphere. That's an old joke. That's an old joke.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
Good night, everybody.